Afternoon, everybody. It's Aaron with Weekends with the Camper. So, last night we had a little scare, or I should say early this morning. We had a friend of ours dog over, and that we were dog sitting. Congratulations to them because they didn't get married yesterday, but they had the big party that's supposed to be after the wedding. Due to COVID and all that stuff, they had a real small wedding compared to what they were planning on. But anyways, it's all said and done. Everybody had a good time and all that, but we got volunteered for puppy sitting. And we have a dog ourselves. We also have a cat that goes camping with us. So having another dog, even though she's quite a bit bigger than our puppy, our dog, it was alright for her to stay with us and stay at the camper. About 3 o'clock in the morning, Sadie alerted that something wasn't right. She was in the kennel in the living room of our camper, which is actually closest to our vehicles and the roadway. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, she starts barking. And for the most part, she's a pretty timid, very quiet dog. And, like all puppies, they get into a little mischief, but she's not a bad dog by any means. And 3 o'clock in the morning really isn't that early for me. I mean, due to my work schedule, I'm up anywhere between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning every morning. So 3 o'clock really didn't, hurt my feelings too much. I mean, I must have been almost awake anyway, because according to my wife, I'm a real heavy sleeper. I can sleep through a tornado that tears down the house around us. If I'm, in that deep of a sleep, the dog wouldn't have woke me up. But being that it was 3 o'clock, it must have been close time for me to naturally wake up anyway. So 3 o'clock in the morning, dog barks. And I get up, go let her out of the kennel, and grab my cigarettes, and step outside. And as soon as I stepped outside, I heard somebody, "Oh, we should check that tailgate of that pickup." And I stepped out, turned the lights on, and they were actually trying to break into my truck. The worst part about it wasn't somebody outside the park. It was actually somebody from inside the park trying to break into the truck. Luckily, the lights and me stepping outside stopped them from doing anything further than just getting to the truck. Because of Sadie, alerting us, because she could hear the voices a lot better than us, and we're in the back of the camper where we couldn't hear it, stop them from breaking into the truck. And it could have gotten really bad real quick because, most cases we have everything locked up. Well, because of being at the party and us getting back late, we forgot to lock the truck. And inside the truck happened to be my wife's purse, her IDs, credit cards, and on top of that, our 9mm pistol was in the truck also. I did try to contact the RV park and just to let people know that there are people that are in our campground that are trying to steal from us. I try to do it as vaguely as possible by because our campground has a private Facebook page, and there are only like 240 members, and of course they got to be approved. Whatever is being said or posted needs to be approved. But because it seems like they don't want to stir the pot. They don't want to enforce their own rules half the time. It basically fell on deaf ears, and my post got denied. Now, I may have gone the wrong way about it, and I posted it on my personal Facebook. In that, I tagged the campground. I also tagged everybody that was on my friends list in that campground. So I'm sure sooner or later I'll probably get contacted about it. I mean, the only reason I know that it wasn't someone from outside the campground is Nebraska state law is you're not supposed to have golf carts or side-by-sides or ATVs on the highway. And what took off from my truck, that was right behind my truck, happened to be a golf cart from inside the campground. I have a pretty good idea who it was, and obviously without any proof, it's he said, she said, so there ain't much I'm going to do about it, considering they didn't get into my truck because of what Sadie did. And trust me, Sadie got well rewarded this morning when that happened. So, I mean, we pretty much thought we were at a pretty good, safe campground. But I guess all it takes is a few bad people in that campground to think that they can do what they want, where they want. I'm pretty sure the people that were doing it were juveniles. But there again, I can't prove that they were the actual ones there because there's no video camera and there's no actual proof of it, because I stopped them before they did any wrongdoings to me. I guess it's just a reminder that even in small towns or small communities, there are still going to be crime, and if nobody brings it to the attention, or even if you do bring it to the attention of the campground, nothing gets done. I mean, anymore it's getting to the point where you have to defend yourself, your property, and everything else, but you have to do it legally, you have to do it the right way. If I would have gone out there knowing someone was out there, I would have probably reacted differently than thinking, oh, I'm just taking the dog out, and I might have snuck up on them, or even just waited a little bit longer to get them into my truck where I could catch them red-handed doing something illegal and have the local sheriff involved. But because our campground doesn't want any bad publicity, they want to keep it as hush-hush as they can, and I'm sorry, but today's the day of age where cameras are everywhere. If sooner or later I'm going to have cameras on my camper. I do have a setup for my dash cam. I got a setup to put in a vehicle at home now. Anymore, it's a way to do it. That way you protect yourself and you protect your property. If you don't protect your property, things like this are going to continue to happen. I do know that I don't have very interesting comments, but I would love to know what you guys would like to know, or what you guys would have done if you caught that. I know it's a bad deal, and like I said, more than likely it was a couple juveniles looking for beer that happened to be in a cooler. Well, I don't have any coolers, so they would have been kind of out of luck, but it's still the fact that they were in the process of getting ready to break into my truck. And And I don't care if you consider the box of the truck, the cab of the truck, whatever. As soon as they would open up a latch, it's considered breaking and entering. There doesn't have to be any physical damage. So as long as, you know, I caught them beforehand, which is luckily, not much is going to happen because, like I said, I have no proof. But it's become an unsafe world out there, and I hope all you guys that do watch this do stay safe. Let me know what you guys do for, you know, safety devices on your camera or on your campers, trucks, cars. I'd love to know. I know I have surveillance in my house at home at 24/7. That's just because we ran a daycare at one point. We continue to keep it. So let me know what you do for your campers. We do have Wi-Fi at the campground, so hopefully something is Wi-Fi compatible, and I'll look into purchasing for our camper and set up there. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think and follow along, and I'm hoping to get more interesting videos out for you. I'm still new at this YouTube deal. I do have a blog that I will leave in the description. You can go to the links there. Thanks for watching.